Hi Libras, it's Nick. I hope you guys are doing good. It's for all my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men and women. We're now covering the second week of May, so this is from the 9th till the 15th. And this week, guys, on the 10th, we have Mercury in Gemini that's going to be going retrograde until June 1st. So for the next few weeks, things may be slowing down a little bit. There could be some delays. It's nothing to be afraid of, the world is not going to stop. But because you know this is happening, you can prepare beforehand. If you have any big projects, plans, assignments or presentations, travel, anything like that, maybe just plan ahead to make sure you have enough wiggle room, time, because there could always be unexpected things that come up. If you've had any car trouble or things with your transportation vehicles, make sure you kind of try to handle that before if you can. But it's nothing to be afraid of. But yeah, things can slow down a little bit, but then it'll go back direct in June. Okay, and then on the same day we have Jupiter moving into Aries, so this is giving us liquid courage to kind of do things our own way, which I think is going to be really good for most of us. But with Aries, anything can be kind of done too much or gone too far, so this may be kind of a little bit uncomfortable for you because it's your opposite sign. But I think this is going to be good for you because it's going to help you to kind of do things for you as opposed to other people, which I think could always do you some good, I mean. And also keep in mind that the sun is going to be conjuncting the North Node in Taurus, and we also have Uranus in Taurus, so there's major changes happening this month. Destiny is calling all of us, and these changes are going to be different for everybody in a different area of life, but we're all going to feel it in some way, shape, or form. And it can be unpredictable, things that we've never experienced before. We're like, oh my gosh, this is weird, or first time, and don't fight it, don't resist it. Right now you're kind of being put in uncomfortable places. Everyone is, so don't feel like you're the only one. If you start to feel kind of off and weird, it's a weird month. It may be a little bit weird, but I think there are good changes happening, so just kind of go with it, trust, and don't fight against it as much as possible, and just do the best that you can and stay true to yourself as much as possible. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but it's true. And knowing that everyone else is kind of going through changes as well can help you feel like I'm not the only one. If I'm feeling like this, 9 times out of 10, a lot of people around me are probably feeling it like this as well. And then on the 15th, we have Ceres, the asteroid, moving into Cancer. So this is bringing more attention and focus around home and family, and maybe us wanting to be more responsible for these things, or feeling like we need to be more responsible and handle things around home and family. Okay, all right guys, so we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. All right, my beautiful Libras, when it comes to your health, wow, you guys are in really great shape or in really good condition. Maybe you've been really taking care of yourself and it's starting to show. You're glowing, you're drinking your water, you're staying hydrated, and maybe some of you have not been doing everything, but even so, even if you haven't, it's you're receiving healing. The massive healing just continues for you guys, and I feel like you're even at a point where the more you take care of yourself or the more you heal yourself, you heal others. And just by being an example, and people see you, they see what you're doing, they take your advice, or maybe they admire you and they start to implement the same habits or the same routines or suggestions. Maybe you always tell your friend, or you talk to your friends or your followers or people at work or at school, oh my god, I've been trying this thing, or I started not drinking coffee, or I started doing this and drinking more of this, and it's really helping me. And they're like, oh really, okay, cool. And then they started doing it as well because they're seeing the results, they're seeing that it's working for you. So a lot of you are healers, and a lot of you, through healing yourself, you are helping heal others as well. And you do a lot more than you think, even if it's just people in your life or locally, but you are still receiving lots of healing right now. And I feel like that healing energy is being shown, and you're going to be sharing that with others, and it's going to be making a big impact. Maybe some of you are caretakers, or you take care of a sick or a family member, or someone in your life that maybe can't take care of themselves, and that in itself is such a blessing for you. And maybe some of you work in the hospital or the health industry, or are studying to be in that industry in some way, shape, or form, and you're learning a lot and implementing things to yourself. And I think that is becoming an influence, or making an impact in people around you without you even having to talk about it. They just see what you're doing, and they may start to copy a little bit, or at least take the good things that they're seeing from you. Okay, so the healing continues. You're in a good spot, good shape, whatever you're doing and it's working for you, you feel good. Continue doing that. Continue pouring into yourself. Take care of yourself. Indulge in self-care. This week could be a great week for you to like put, I don't know, take a nice bubble bath, schedule some kind of like massage or hair appointment or nails or whatever you like to do that just makes you feel good. Like, don't feel guilty about doing that. Like, it's self-care. It's not like you do it every day. I mean, if you want to do it every day, good for you. But like, don't be afraid to like invest in yourself, because that's like the best investment you can do. When you invest in yourself, you're just enhancing like how you can come out in life and how you can perform. And the more you're good within yourself, the better you can perform, and the better parent, the better friend, the better mother, the better wife, husband, whatever you can be. Okay? All right. So when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, it feels like whatever you give, you're going to be receiving back. And a lot of you are givers. A lot of you are very selfless and you love to help people, or you love to be there for people. And at work or at school, it's going to start to pay off, where maybe things that you've done, or you've gone above and beyond, you've done like extra credit, or you've gone extra assignments, or you stayed a little bit later than you should have, than you needed to, or you took that extra, you didn't use your, I don't know, sick hours or something, or you covered for people even when, you didn't have to, or it was your time off. Like, things that you've done, or things that you did from like a good place and you went above and beyond, you're now going to be compensated back, or it's going to be returned. Like, maybe someone is paying you back, or someone is donating to you, or someone is giving you money, or someone is giving you some kind of loan for your business, or for your dream, or something that you have. But I feel like there's a lot of giving and receiving energy for you. And some of you, you may work with another Libra, or maybe you have another Libra energy or person around you, and you guys work well together, and you take turns. But I feel like there's a good balance here. You maybe found your rhythm, or you found a good balance that works for you, or scheduling, or a system, process, a plan, and it just feels like things are coming to you a lot easier now. This could be a little bit of an easier week for you. It's not too high stress, it's not too intense, it's not too boring, but things are just kind of falling into place, and I feel like everything's becoming easier. Like, this, I feel like, will be like a good week for you overall, or for the most part, just feels like, wow, okay, I'm not like too stressed, or there's not too much heaviness going on around me. Things are kind of flowing kind of in your favor. So work and school could be doing really well for you. You could be doing really well in your work, school, career, and finances, and people could be helping you or doing favors for you. And you're like, oh wow, like thanks. They're like, yeah, like, don't you remember like 2 years ago you did? You're like, oh, I totally forgot about that, but like, thank you, like I appreciate it. Like, it could even be stuff from years ago that maybe you did for someone and they remembered, and now they're like paying you back, or there's giving, I don't know, I guess paying forward. Just good karma and paying it forward to you. So that's always nice, and it always, I think, will make you feel really good about yourself. Like, oh, like, feels like I'm doing something good. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your, and if some of you could be receiving like a fruit basket, maybe someone's going to be sending you a fruit basket, or, hey, I just got some fresh fruit from my tree, like I wanted to bring you some. You're like, oh my gosh, that's my favorite fruit, thank you so much. Or someone just gives you something and you're just like, oh wow, like thank you, like you didn't have to do that. And just the simple fact, the gesture, it doesn't have to be like the product or the item that they gave you, but just them thinking of you and doing that, you're gonna be like, that's so sweet, thank you, right? Okay, so when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating on your side, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. Wow. All right. And then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We have the Knight of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords. Okay. So as far as who you could be dealing with here, definitely could be another air sign like yourself, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Doesn't have to be though, could be any sign. It could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out at this time, or be like a mixed match, so air or earth, but it doesn't have to be. This person could be younger than you, if not by age, maybe by experience level or maturity, or maybe looks younger or acts younger than their age. But the way they came into your life was very fast, very quick. Okay, very fast, very quick. Maybe the way they approached you, or how they talked to you, how they contacted you was just very fast, or how you met was just like, it all happened very, very fast. And you guys could have gotten into a relationship or started dating very quickly on. Like, you didn't even like, you weren't even friends. You just kind of met and you started dating or something. But some of you could already be in a relationship, or maybe you're married already. or you're gonna be probably getting into a relationship very, very soon. And it seems like it's happening very, very fast. So if you're not in one, it could very well be happening if you're open to it. And if you're already in one, maybe the relationship you got in already, it kind of happened very fast, or maybe from your point of view, it was pretty fast. Okay. And I feel like this person loves to talk to you. You guys talk a lot, or they just love talking about everything. You guys have great conversation. They tell you all the things that you want to hear, or they definitely like know how to communicate in a way that makes you feel comfortable and is enough to, I guess, make you feel connected to them, like stimulates you. And you make them feel very secure, like what you have to offer, or how maybe grounded you are, or responsible you are. Maybe how you take care of your home, your kids, or your animals, or just how you present yourself to the world. Maybe this person really admires that, or they look up to you. They, I guess, just like how you are as a person. You could be someone who's very successful. Maybe you're well-to-do, you have a great career, business, work, or you're on the path. Maybe you live in a very green area with lots of trees and plants and, I don't know, beautiful scenery. You could live in an area where there's lots of deers and coyotes and wolves and different wildlife or animals, or you dream of being somewhere kind of like that. You could also have pets, or maybe you love animals, or you love pets, cats, dogs, whatever. And you seem to have like the life, you seem to have everything together. Like you're very, you're able to manifest all that, like your reality, the life that you want. And this person, I think, really admires that, or really respects you for that. So it feels like there's a lot of respect between the two of you. They respect you, you respect them, and they support you. And it feels like you are the one that's the more emotional and like fired up, passionate one here, and they are the more like grounded, logical one here. So in combination, it works, right? Because you bring the passion, the fire, they bring the thoughts and the logic, and both together, it just works really well and it meshes really well. And it could change from time to time, but maybe for this week, that's the kind of energy what it feels like. And it feels like your life, like everything that you want is coming to you. Everything that you want is like happening very, very fast right now, or things are changing very, very fast. And it's a lot for you and maybe you don't like feel it, or you don't realize how fast it is because you're like in the moment, it's happening, but other people around you can sense it. Other people can feel it, and it affects them a little bit differently than it would affect you, right? Because you're excited, you're like, oh my gosh, yes, this is happening. But maybe other people can maybe feel a little bit left behind. And I feel like things are changing and moving very, very fast. Your environment can be changing. Things are progressing. Maybe your feelings for this person are getting stronger and stronger as well. And the only thing is here that I feel like there's a lot of success your way, or you're shining, you're accomplishing a lot of things that you want. Maybe some of you are going to be doing some kind of competition, or like marathon, or you're going to be winning some award or achievement or something, or getting recognized for something. You're going to be feeling really proud of yourself, or really accomplished. And this is maybe a dream or a goal, something that you really wanted, that you were very passionate about. And this person is very happy for you or supports you. But I think the only thing is here that they want to feel like they are a part of what you have going, or they want to feel like they are just as important as these other things that you have going for you are important to you. So maybe it's like they're happy for you and want to support you, but they also maybe just want to feel included. They want to feel like they are as important and that are celebrating with you, and you're not just kind of doing your own thing, if that makes sense, because you can have a lot going for you, and maybe they do too, but it's important for them to feel included in what you have and in what you have going for you, and that it's like it's a happy moment or a celebration for both of you, not just like you and they're kind of just like out there, if that makes sense. But your feelings for them are very strong. It's just maybe how you show it is a little bit different than how they would maybe usually receive, and maybe in past circumstances. And I feel like this person maybe has been feeling kind of alone, or maybe you've been really busy, or you have a lot of things going on, like we mentioned earlier, and they can sometimes feel very alone, or feeling kind of isolated or like left out. And maybe you don't mean to kind of like make them feel that way, but sometimes it could just happen without you even trying. Like maybe you travel for work, or maybe you have a very high demand job, or you're like a nurse or doctor, or like you're never home or something, right? And it can be hard to make time, or you're very busy. But it's going to be important that you try your best to make time, or when you do have time together, you make the most of it. You're just concentrated. You're not talking about other things. You're really focused on each other, and that's going to really help you guys, I think. But yeah, they just are feeling sometimes a little bit alone, or you know, just wanting to be a part of what you have going. And sometimes if you notice that they are quiet, or they get quiet all of a sudden, or maybe are not as responsive as they usually would be, it's because you're going into deep thought, and maybe you're trying to process things and not like accidentally say something that maybe they don't mean, or that could, I guess, be like a party pooper when you're like in good energy. Okay, so because this week may go really well for you, this may be a really good week for you guys, Libras, and you're like high and happy and energetic. This person may not be on the same wavelength. They may not be in that energy, and you got to understand that and not think that they're doing that to be against you and not support you. It's because they maybe just want to be on that same energy level as you, but they can't, and then it makes them feel bad. But you just got to sometimes recognize that and make sure they feel included in everything, and so you guys can both be happy and be celebrating together. Okay? All right, so let's continue on with extended to get more information. I feel like this was very long. And see where their overall energy is. What are they thinking? What are they feeling when it comes to you? What they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and also your advice. So we'll continue on with extended. Link will be below. I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care. Bye.